Do you know Iron Man? A genius, billionaire and superhero who changed the world with his technology. But did you know that there's a real-life Iron Man? That's Elon Musk, often referred to as the Tony Stark of the real world. Personally, I believe Elon Musk is even more impressive than Iron Man. He revolutionized online payments with PayPal at a time when the world was just beginning to embrace the internet. He launched rockets into space with SpaceX. Defying skeptics, he pioneered reusable rockets, making space travel more affordable and pushing humanity closer to becoming a multi-planetary species, achieving what most people thought was impossible. He pioneered the future of transportation with Tesla's electric vehicles leading the market. He championed sustainable energy with Solar City. He transformed social media by developing X.com, the precursor to Twitter. And most notably, he advanced artificial intelligence through OpenAI, a milestone that could redefine humanity in the years to come. Think about it. If you were in the early 2000s and someone told you about Elon Musk's ambitions, you'd probably dismiss them as far-fetched or even delusional. Yet, Elon Musk has managed to simultaneously run multiple billion-dollar companies across entirely different industries: software, automotive, aerospace, artificial intelligence, and space exploration. What sets him apart from the rest of the world? We all know Elon Musk is incredibly intelligent and works tirelessly, sometimes clocking in 80 to 100 hours a week. But there are plenty of smart and hard-working people out there. Why haven't they achieved similar feats? The secret lies in Elon Musk's unique way of thinking, learning, and connecting knowledge, which has enabled him to conquer seemingly impossible challenges. How does he do it? I'm sure you're all wondering the same thing. In this video, we'll dive deep into the mind of our real-life superhero, Elon Musk, and uncover what makes him truly extraordinary. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world, and all there ever will be to know and understand. Albert Einstein. We can only achieve what we can imagine, and Elon Musk is renowned for his visionary thinking that transcends time. When asked about the ideal age to die, Musk once replied, 100 years old, he added, I want to die knowing that humanity has a bright future. Even during his college years, Musk pondered what would have the greatest impact on humanity's future. His answer was a list of 5 key areas. 1. The Internet. 2. Sustainable energy. 3. Space exploration to expand life beyond Earth. 4. Artificial intelligence. 5. Reprogramming human genetics. After graduating with dual degrees in physics and economics from the University of Pennsylvania in 1995, Elon Musk initially planned to pursue sustainable energy by enrolling in a PhD program at Stanford University. However, just 2 days later, he dropped out. At that moment, Musk realized the internet had far greater potential to change the world than his physics research, and he was determined to dive in and shape its future. Musk convinced his brother to move to Silicon Valley, where they founded their first company, Zip2. This platform helped businesses establish an online presence during the early days of the internet. 4 years later, in 1999, Compaq acquired Zip2 for $307 million. At just 27 years old, Musk walked away with $22 million from the deal. Shortly after, he invested 3/4 of his wealth into a bold idea: creating an online bank called X.com. At the time, the idea of launching an internet-based financial company to compete with traditional banks seemed ludicrous. In the same building where X.com operated, another internet finance company called Confinity was founded by Peter Thiel and Max Levchin. Eventually, the two companies merged, forming what we now know as PayPal. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, earning Musk $180 million. By the age of 31, Elon Musk had become incredibly wealthy, but instead of resting on his laurels, his mind turned to improving life on Earth and exploring life on other planets. That same year, he invested $100 million to found SpaceX, an audacious project aimed at revolutionizing space travel costs and making Mars a human colony, with the goal of sending at least 1 million people to Mars within the next century. Not stopping there, in 2004, Musk joined Tesla, personally investing $70 million to revolutionize the automotive industry by replacing gas-powered cars with electric vehicles, paving the way for a more sustainable energy future. At the time, no American car startup had succeeded since Chrysler in 1925, let alone an electric car company. When asked why he joined Tesla, a venture he knew could fail, Musk replied, "If something is important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure." 2 years later, in 2006, Musk invested $10 million to establish Solar City, aiming to revolutionize solar energy usage and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. By 2015, he co-founded OpenAI, a company focused on artificial intelligence. In July 2016, Musk co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology company dedicated to developing brain-computer interfaces. Recently, Neuralink announced its first successful human brain implant. In December 2016, Musk founded The Boring Company, an infrastructure and tunnel construction company optimized for electric vehicles. It's clear that all of Elon Musk's ventures revolve around a shared vision: preserving humanity and making the world a better place. He focuses on sustainable energy consumption, combating global warming, and establishing a Mars colony to reduce the risk of human extinction. Although Musk has always been passionate about gaming, he programmed and sold his first game, Blastar, to a South African magazine for $500 at the age of 12. He realized that gaming wasn't a big enough goal to pursue. Musk once said, "I really like computer games, but if I made great games, what impact would that have on the world?" The first key factor behind Elon Musk's success is that he found his why. We may be the smartest people in the world, but without a compelling reason or dream to drive our lives, that intelligence could go to waste. When asked how he knows so much about various fields, Elon Musk simply replied, "Because I read books." His brother, Kimball Musk, shared that from his early teenage years, Elon would often spend 10 hours a day reading. On weekends, he could finish 2 books. Elon Musk read across a wide range of subjects, from science fiction, philosophy and religion to programming, as well as biographies of scientists, engineers and entrepreneurs. His family recalls that whenever they went shopping, they would often find Elon missing, only to discover him in the nearest bookstore, sitting on the floor, engrossed in a book. Elon Musk once shared that there was a time when he had read every book in his school and local library. He was likely only in 3rd or 4th grade at the time. With no more books left to read, Elon tried to persuade the librarian to order more books for him. When he couldn't find new books, Elon turned to reading the Encyclopedia Britannica, one of the oldest continuously published encyclopedias in the world. By the time he was in third grade, Elon had completed the entire set. While many people in their 20s or even 30s still struggle to understand how the world works, Elon Musk had a better grasp of the world by the age of 10, thanks to his voracious reading habit. As he grew older, Elon's reading interests shifted toward physics, engineering, product design, business, technology, and energy. When Elon Musk traveled to Russia to buy rockets for his goal of sending humans to space, he was unsuccessful due to the exorbitant costs. At the time, Elon wasn't a billionaire and couldn't afford the price tag. So, he was left with only one option: to build his own rockets. One of the first people Elon contacted was Jim Cantrell, who later became SpaceX's first vice president of business development and Elon's aerospace advisor. When Jim Cantrell first met Elon Musk, he had never heard of PayPal or Elon Musk. However, he was intrigued by Elon's idea of building a rocket from scratch. Still, Jim was skeptical of Elon's capabilities in this field. Jim Cantrell lent Elon some rocket science textbooks to study. He recalls that those books were never returned. Cantrell isn't sure exactly how Elon read or took notes, but he confirms that Musk seemed to memorize everything. Elon could quote entire passages verbatim and mastered the technical language of rocketry, physics, dynamics, astronomy, and space. Elon Musk had enough knowledge to engage in deep discussions about rocket science and space-related topics with leading experts. This left Cantrell almost exclaiming, "Damn, that's why he took all my books." Cantrell observed that Elon Musk literally taught himself rocket science by reading textbooks and talking to industry experts. In an interview, when asked how he became a rocket scientist without any formal degree in the field, Elon Musk simply replied, "By reading books." Elon firmly believes, "I learned what I needed to achieve my goals. I think most people can do this, but they often limit themselves. We are capable of far more than we think. If you read a lot of books and talk to a lot of people, you can learn almost anything." What sets Elon Musk apart from other avid readers is his unique way of thinking and applying knowledge. Musk has revealed that he follows two key principles for gathering and utilizing information. First principle: treat knowledge like a semantic tree. Musk advises ensuring you understand the fundamentals, the trunk and big branches, before diving into the details, the leaves and smaller branches. Without the trunk and branches, specialized knowledge, like leaves, has nothing to cling to. This is the principle Musk used to teach himself rocket science. He studied every detail to ensure he fully understood it. Musk refers to this as first principles thinking. First principles thinking is a physics-based approach to understanding the world, breaking things down to their most basic truths and building up from there. Instead of accepting things as they are, Musk excels at deconstructing knowledge into its fundamental components. For example, when Musk wanted to build a rocket, he started with the most basic questions. What is a rocket made of? How long does it take to build one? How much does it cost? How can we make it cheaper? Musk realized that rockets were absurdly expensive. With the vision of sending 1 million people to Mars within the next century, he needed rockets to be far cheaper and reusable. He asked, "What are rockets made of?" "Aerospace-grade aluminum alloys, titanium, copper, and carbon fiber." What is the market value of these materials? Musk discovered that the raw materials for a rocket cost only about 2% of its typical price. So, why was launching a rocket into space so expensive? Musk concluded that the only reason was that people weren't thinking from first principles. Instead of buying a rocket for tens of millions of dollars, Musk decided to start a company, purchase raw materials at a fraction of the cost, and build the rockets himself. Within a few years, SpaceX reduced rocket production costs to nearly 1/10 of their previous price. Musk used first principles thinking to break down the problem to its core, ultimately shattering the cost barriers of the aerospace industry. Musk also said, "I think most people's thinking is too bound by convention or analogy to prior experiences. It's rare for people to try to think of something based on first principles. They'll say, we'll do it this way because it's always been done this way, or they won't do it because no one has ever done it before, so it must not be good." That's a ridiculous way to think. You need to build your reasoning from the ground up, and then decide whether the conclusion makes sense or not. It might be different from what people have done before. In short, if we want to solve complex problems, we must first understand the fundamental principles. Elon Musk's second principle is that you can't remember what you can't connect. Absorbing knowledge isn't just about memorizing random facts. It's about linking the information you've learned and ultimately applying it. This is how Elon Musk has been able to completely transform entire industries in such a short time. He started with a solid foundation by reading textbooks on rocketry, physics, dynamics, astronomy, and space that Jim Cantrell lent him. Then he expanded his knowledge, connecting branches and leaves together, as well as linking them to branches and leaves from other trees. From there, he used this knowledge to plan and build SpaceX's rockets, eventually launching them into space. Elon Musk doesn't learn information randomly. Everything he absorbs is connected back to a deeper, more robust foundation. He adheres to his learning principle. Start with the fundamentals in multiple fields, continuously add information over time, connect it all together, and then use this vast knowledge to become world-class. While most of us focus on a single field and never learn from first principles to fully grasp the deeper nature of things, Elon Musk takes a completely different approach. We often collect bits of information here and there, piece by piece. As a result, our brains become cluttered with too much irrelevant information, leading to a lack of deep understanding and difficulty applying what we've learned to real-life situations. To increase your chances of success, Musk suggests first understanding the fundamental principles of the field you're in. Then, expand your knowledge across multiple disciplines, create connections between them, and apply them to your own reality. When we build a repository of fundamental principles and link them across different fields, we gain the ability to venture into entirely new areas we've never studied before. This approach is what allowed Elon Musk to enter an industry that had existed for over 100 years and completely redefine how it operates. This also concludes today's video on how Elon Musk learned and thought his way into becoming one of the most brilliant minds of the modern world. To summarize, he has a clear and ambitious goal. He thinks about the challenges Earth and humanity will face in the future, dedicating his time, money, and focus to solving those problems. He learns by spending countless hours reading books across a wide range of fields, starting from the basics and continuously applying what he learns to real-world scenarios. Elon Musk breaks ideas down into their fundamental principles, connects them, and restructures them in entirely new ways. Of course, there's much more that makes Elon Musk who he is today. But in today's video, we've focused on the aspects we've just analyzed. If you're curious about this extraordinary man, you can dive into two excellent biographies that capture his life and inspiring missions. One is by tech journalist Ashley Vance, titled Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the Quest for a Fantastic Future. The other is Elon Musk, by Walter Isaacson, the acclaimed author of other best-selling biographies like Steve Jobs, Einstein, and Benjamin Franklin. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Elon Musk's mindset and learning strategies, don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring content. Your support helps us continue to explore the stories and ideas that shape our world. Stay curious, keep learning, and see you in the next video.